Hey guys, we're here today at Sportarm, West London, and we're going to have a look at this. This is their AYA Special Edition English game. So being a bespoke gun, the three guns that I'm going to show you, or the two guns I'm going to show you, and a little glimpse of the one in the case, are very different. And that's because when you buy one of these, you can literally do anything you want to it. As standard, however, it looks a bit like this. A straight hand-stocked, flat bar AYA. What is different about it, however, is these barrels are struck to be very, very lightweight, but are still HP steel proofed and go from 27 to 32 inch. But the fact that they are so beautifully refined means that this gun handles and is designed to handle like an English gun from the 20s, the best of the best. And it's hard to say without upsetting AYA, but the standard AYA are a bit front heavy. They are inherently just that little bit more robust than an English gun, and a lot of people would view that as quite good. But if you could have the best of both worlds, a robust action, a robust barrels, a gun that works, that also shoots, well, that's exactly what we have here. So we're going to put this one down, mostly because I can't honestly talk about it lovingly when this one's in front. So this is a slight upgrade. That one starts at about 13 grand. For a few pounds extra, you get one of these, a rounded action in a color case hardener. Now we're talking on the money. This is about 14 and a half. So for 1,500 quid, what do we get? Stock configuration is of course extremely personal. These are the sort of grades of wood that you'll get without paying for extra wood, and they are very pretty, good, strong, but good looking pieces of wood. As standard, they come as English oil finish. Both of these are display guns, so they've had a little bit of work and a little bit of use, and that's fine. They are hand checkered beautifully, obviously have the long trigger guard, and as standard they all come as double trigger. You can have them done in single trigger, and with actions they come, engraving wise, it's probably a little bit easier for you to see on the silver gun with this engraving pattern. This is the Hussey Imperial engraving pattern, and it is beautiful. So Sportarm own Husseys, and as such, Hussey, they are allowed, or have given that nod. It's got one large bouquet at the back there and fine scroll throughout. It's just a beautiful hand engraved gun. There's not a lot you can say about it other than that it is a very pretty pattern. However, back to the case hardened edition. The action is the classic Holland action. It's fantastic, it's beautiful, they work. There's a reason they copied it in the first place. Jointing wise, it's a very classic lockup. There's nothing particularly heavyweight or heavy duty about this gun. It is designed to feel lightweight and refined, and yet is still HP steel proofed on a 70mm chamber. This particular gun with a 30-inch barrel set, well, it says just in front of the hinge, literally just in front of the hinge. It's strange to pick up an AYA that you could, if no one told you, pass off as quite English. This gun comes choked fixed as standard. However, they can obviously get it teed if you wanted to have it multi-choke. Although a pair of quarters or a pair of halves with a HP steel proof, and you'll be good to go for life really, won't you? The proof of the pudding on this isn't that it is just beautiful, is that it should shoot really well, which we're going to go out and shoot in a minute. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you, strangely, my favourite bit about this gun. And it shouldn't be such a big deal, but it is. We're going to look inside this case. They come with a case. And I know that cases aren't as exciting as the guns that go in them, but they really can be. This is such a beautiful tactile thing. Final note before we go shooting, it's £6.7. It is lightweight. Lightweight by English standards, even for a 30-inch game gun. Things that I'm worried about before shooting? Recoil, maybe? Other than that, like, it's a recipe for success. Let's go see how we go. A shame, think something new under sun. Right. The English Game by AYA/Sportarm.
Yeah. We developed this gun about 8 years ago when we realised there was a market for a 1920s feeling, handling gun, but at a slightly easier price point with the ability to put modern loads and steel cartridges through it. We had a lot of customers who were shooting abroad with their high-end English guns, and they became a bit worried about the insurance and transport and everything along those lines. So we developed this with AYA. We've adjusted the barrels and put a different style of engraving and stock on there so that it balances, feels and handles like an English gun does.
Londonised it.
Exactly.
Should we shoot it?
Absolutely. Let's
Do you want
give
to
it
go
a
first?
I can. I can't guarantee I'll hit anything.
Go on, smash them up. Hey, you run a gun shop. You must be brilliant. That's the rules. He hit that, even if it looked like he didn't. He definitely hit that. Didn't you, Archie?
I did indeed.
Yeah. It's falling out the sky, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's shoot a different one.
Shoot a different one.
So I can actually hit something.
Right, I've no idea what this is. A bee bird.
Pull!
Epic.
Equally difficult to get onto.
Yeah, he's found them now.
It really does handle beautifully like an English gun would do. Balances really beautifully on the hinge pin. And just feels really lovely and lively. For shooting targets like grouse, it just comes up to the shoulder fantastically, swings through the bird in just a really easy and natural manner. And you're just...
Easy and natural. Easy and natural.
Easy and natural.
So it's saying is if you're not naturally gifted, you're done.
Yeah, just a really natural manner and just, yeah, as I said, a pure joy to shoot. Comes up
All right.
in a really joyful way and...
A really joyful way. I like this. A joyful way. I like joyful.
Good.
Let's see if it is joyful. Right, joyful is a good describing word.
Let's see if you can hit this, because I certainly couldn't.
Whoa. 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 Yeah, that is a significantly difficult. We're behind the gun. I will break that.
There we go.
Whew. Not a lot of lead, we got to get right under it. The most side-by-sidey side-by-side.
Yeah, it really is.
And that's a good thing.
It is it's just so fantastic, so
it is joyful.
easy to
Right. It was a
your
good
shoulder.
description.
Yeah.
Joyful. I got that.
I think you did, yeah.
Oh, there wasn't anything left afterwards.
No.
Got
Proper
some
instinctive
pattern on it.
shooting.
You feel like you've earned it when you hit them, and that probably
Yeah.
sounds stupid,
Yeah, no, you really do.
but it's not an over and under, it's just easy.
No, it sort of makes you work for it, but in a good way.
Yeah. Like, it's very pleasurable. Well, let's try something else.
Right, let's actually have a pair of those last two
Okay, let's go for it.
on report.
Dead.
Yeah,
Oh.
absolutely.
That's what it's
Smoke them.
designed for, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. That fast, instinctive style shooting, early season partridge, grouse, that sort of thing. It really is. There's no better gun at a price point on the market.
Yeah, that is a pleasure to shoot. All right, I have two more. I found it a bit now. It's a very easy gun to overdo it with, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Yeah, if you're not used to shooting with a gun like that, it can mean that you swing through a little bit on it.
Yeah.
But it's not really designed for someone that's shot over and unders all their life.
No.
It's sort of for someone who has shot.
It's a connoisseur's
Yeah,
gun.
exactly. For someone that shot Purdy's and that sort of thing for most of their life, and they're wanting something just that bit more modern that you can put modern loads through and just use and abuse a bit more. That's exactly what it's designed for, and you will get years of fantastic use out of it. And of course, now steel's coming in, we can put steel through it as well.
That's kind of the point, right?
Yeah.
Very easy to poke way too far in front, isn't it? You do need that little bit of style. It's lovely, isn't it? It's joyful.
It's just such a pleasure to shoot with. They really are.
And it doesn't feel too Spanish.
No, they really don't. And that's, I mean, because we brought that balance point back a bit further to get it on that hinge pin, unlike with the number 1 and the number 2, which just feel a bit nose heavy and
which
a bit,
can be good sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely it can, and they're really lovely guns, the number 1 and the number 2. They're just not quite so refined and English feeling.
It just takes a bit of relearning, not relearning, just calming down.
Yeah,
calming down. So you're used to that heavy gun. It's one tiny push with this, and I'm a foot and a half in front as opposed to 6 inches. Right, that is a joy, a genuine joy.
Yeah, it's really lovely.
It deserves the title. It's the nicest Spanish gun I've ever shot in a side-by-side configuration.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with you.
It's the nicest Spanish side-by-side I've ever shot. It just flows nicely. It's a gun that you can't control, but you need to work with it.
Exactly. And it's just finding that balance between you and the gun and working in harmony. It just, when you get that balance and you find the two together, really there's nothing better for a lightweight modern gun for use on sort of everyday bits and pieces, everyday pheasants and partridge. And
I was waiting for you to say everyday grouse then. I was like, yeah, we know what school you went to, clearly. Right. Thank you very much.
Not at all. Thank you very much, Dean. I'm glad you enjoy shooting it. And yeah. So as I said, they are available in 16 and 20 bore as well. And if you're feeling particularly brave, 410 and 28.
That is brave, but it will be cool.
Really, really good fun.
32-inch 28 bore version.
32-inch 28 bore. With a nice round action on there.
With the case colour hardening.
Oh yeah.
So you've seen us shoot it, we've seen all the important things. For those who are lovers of fine guns, it's touches like this that go a long way. The ability to have your gun in a beautiful case, and we all kind of people get excited about plastic cases. I find that fascinating. And to be fair, different. It's sad that, you know, some guns don't even come with those, but this is the sort of thing that sets a gun apart. And when Sportarm spec this gun, they really haven't missed any beats whatsoever. So you take the canvas out, and on the inside you have this beautiful oak and leather case. It is, I mean, just stunning. This gun is beautiful, the case is beautiful. This whole combination, that attention to detail is beautiful. Even when you look at the top of these guns, tiny bit of engraving on the rib and a tiny bit of engraving around the sides. They've sat down and thought, how can we honour an English gun without just stamping our name on a foreign gun? Let's create something that is honest and true and beautiful and the best of both worlds, and they've done it. Even the case is a lovely crossover between that sort of European style and the English style, and I am desperately in love with it. I know I say it quite often, but when a gun makes you smile, that should be the point. Like, you should just enjoy it, even without the shooting. Other than that, you should just go buy yourself a cheap semi-automatic if it's just about practicality, but it's not. It's about something so much more, and this gun is so much more. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Sportarm, thank you very much for letting us play with your toys. We'll see you next time.